You know, one of my favorite memories from a Cedar Fair park has got to be my first visit to King's Dominion back in 2019, and I have to say, I was impressed with this park to say the least. There's just something about this place I love, and I only went here one time, and I can recall my experience like I was here yesterday. For one, I threw a 5 in Twisted Timbers. They've got to be one of the best 1-2 punches you can find. Like, oh my god, I love these two coasters. And how does the park look? Very nature-esque. There's tons of tall trees everywhere, the landscaping is always good, and the employees here, they definitely want you to have a pleasant day. All in all, King's Dominion's just good fun. I mean, what else do you want from a theme park, really? It's so sad when you realize that King's Dominion just kinda gets passed by Cedar Fair. The park's a perfect example of an ignored middle child. It's not like Valley Fair or Worlds of Fun where they get absolutely nothing, but also it's not in the same position as Kings Island and Cedar Point where they get something every 3 to 4 years. King's Dominion, they usually get something substantial, but they have to wait through long stretches of time before they can actually get, you know, something. Like between I-305 and Twisted Timbers, they had to wait 8 years. From 2010 to 2018. And during that 8-year gap, they got no coasters, only a few flat rides. And what else? Oh, right, they had to remove a couple coasters. They got rid of Shockwave, they got rid of Hurler. Thankfully, one of them were replaced. Hurler soon becoming Twisted Timbers. Shockwave, however, didn't get replaced by a coaster. And if it couldn't get worse, in 2018 when they opened Twisted Timbers, in February of 2019, they announced that Volcano the Blast Coaster would be closing permanently. And many fans of King's Dominion, they were distraught by this announcement. One of the best coasters in the park and one of the most unique coasters ever built would never operate again. When I first heard about this, I didn't know what to think. I never rode Volcano. I barely even heard of Volcano. I just knew it was at King's Dominion. But I could tell this coaster did mean a lot to people. And now I wish I had that opportunity to experience it, even to just see it. When I went, demolition was complete and there was nothing but a crater of rubble. And now with it being over 3 freaking years since the last time Volcano's actually operated, we are still waiting to see what's going to replace this coaster. I mean, of course there's been a few rumors and concepts, but those never went anywhere. Sadly, the only rumor that came true was the 4D coaster that's coming next year. And yeah, I know, this coaster's not meant to replace Volcano, it's meant to replace the Crypt, which was a flat ride that they closed and tore down. Classic King's Dominion. Anyway, this coaster being just a 40 free spin, it's nothing special. In fact, it's not even a standard size 40 free spin. I guess it's fine for being custom, but by custom, I mean it's just smaller. If you know Dragon Slayer at Adventureland, it's pretty much the same thing. The only thing it has going on for it is the bamboo-like structure. That actually looks really cool. I don't really like the name though, Tumbili. I feel the team at King's Dominion, they were trying a little too hard with the name, and they probably thought they were so clever by making it sound like tumble because you spin on the seats. But let's get back on track. So this will be the newest attraction for 2022 and the newest coaster in 4 years. So logically, the next coaster they get will be the replacement for Volcano. The only questions I have is what will this coaster be and when will it come out? And I think when is the bigger discussion, because damn, when will King's Dominion get their next coaster? Tumbili is supposed to be a filler coaster, an appetizer if you will, just to hold over King's Dominion for a few years until they get their actual major addition. The problem is Cedar Fair thought of this before the world went to shit, so now their new attraction timeline for all their parks is completely screwed up. And again, this is coming 4 years after Twisted Timbers. So are we gonna have to wait another 4 years even though this is again a filler attraction? Yeah, possibly. Like, this is how I'm seeing the next 5 years or so. 2022, that's King's Dominion's year. Because Cedar Fair, they're not announcing anything else for their chain. So Tumbili, that's pretty much it for next year. Then 2023, yeah, that's Cedar Point's time to shine. 2024, I'd assume that's gonna be for Carowinds and or Canada's Wonderland. At that time, it will be 5 years since each of their last coasters. Then 2025 would hopefully be Kings Island to replace Vortex. Then 2026 would be King's Dominion's year, which means we go full circle on my statement for it being 4 years. But now I have to say, be skeptical about this timeline. Do not think this is going to be the way Cedar Fair is going to play out the next few years, because I don't know their intentions. Are they going to do one major coaster for their chain every year again? Maybe 2 parks will get lucky every year. Who knows? There are many factors that can contribute to when King's Dominion gets their next coaster, and I'm trying to be very generous with 2026. I didn't even say when Knott's Berry Farm or California's Great America's gonna get their next coaster. So let's just stick to 2026, okay? But now, let's see what they're gonna get. Remember that wing coaster concept from a while ago? No, they're not gonna get that concept, don't worry. That thing's garbage. And I'm pretty sure the executives knew it wasn't gonna be good, because come on, it was a very rushed together layout from B&M. You know why? Well, King's Dominion, they probably didn't give B&M much of a budget or time to come up with a good layout, because Volcano, that thing was not planned to close. It was an abrupt decision from the park. They didn't have any last chances to ride. No, they just said in February, Volcano will not reopen. Sorry, and we apologize. Since the coaster was not really meant to close, Cedar Fair, they didn't intend for King's Dominion to get their next coaster so soon. And they knew they had to replace this because it was one of the main reasons to go to King's Dominion. They quickly contacted B&M, the layout was leaked, and then it just kind of disappeared. And then later we heard they were getting a 4D coaster. When did that happen? Right after the crypt closed. I know for a fact this was a tipping point for when they decided to just scrap the entire B&M wing coaster concept altogether, because now they would have to remove another attraction. King's Dominion probably threw up their hands and said, screw it, just give them a 4D coaster. Why not? It's cheap, it's a clone, let's just give the public something, then take all the time we want, because this is so last minute, we're on a shoestring budget, let's just wait. And that's what I think their mindset was, until, again, the world went to shit, and now they don't even know when Cedar Fair is gonna let them replace Volcano. But when that time eventually comes, what are they gonna get? Honestly, almost anything can be on the table right now. They could go forward with the B&M coaster concept and not make it so budget restricted. If not that, a GCI would be a great fit. Try to parallel Kings Island with their version of a Mystic Timbers. If not this, King's Dominion will go with anything that's not risky. They have removed enough coasters, they just want a plain, simple attraction that's reliable, won't give them any problems, and can last for a decently long time. That's why I'm going back to B&M, they're reliable. Sadly, they can only really get the wing coaster or the flying coaster model, because Busch Gardens is right down the road. Other options could be a Mack launch coaster. They did remove a launch coaster, so it would make sense to add one. Other than that, I'm kind of at a loss. It's hard to pick something for this park when their competition is so close. They just need something original and crowd-pleasing. And when it does come in the future, I hope it will match what Volcano had and be a well-rounded fit for the park. But that's all I got for you guys. Tell me what you think is going to replace Volcano, because if we truly are waiting till 2026, we've got some time to speculate, unfortunately. Please subscribe, I would appreciate that. My top 25 is going to be out next week. Sorry for the delay, but I hope you enjoyed this quick video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.